Ladies and gentlemen, hold everything. Iori is actually insanely good for your account, and this is why you should be summoning. That's going to come in just a little bit. But before we get into that, I just want to say, obviously, I'm very happy to be back, and I'm very happy to see the wonderful support from everybody. And yeah, I'm just very glad to actually be able to post something. You've already seen 2 reaction videos, and we're gonna be posting this, and we're also gonna be reacting to another video as well. But of course, today I want to talk about just how good Iori is. And if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next everness video comes out, and leave a comment about what you think. And before we dive in, I just want to, showcase my partner, Gamer Subs. And we're going to talk about it as we get it ready. So, Gamer Subs is a gluten-free, keto-friendly energy powder, which is fantastic, right? Very, very good, and I've used it for years. No weird like types of additives and all that other stuff. It's very, very delicious. And 9 times out of 10, the flavor comes out exactly like it should. Like, there are flavors like Crusaderade that come out like brisk tea, which is insane. So today we're doing Kissy Kissy Passion, which is a mango drink. So cheers to Gamer Subs. Ah, glad I woke up this morning. But yes, use code Taisha for 10% off of Gamer Subs. Now, let's go ahead and dive into Iori, right? So Iori is actually pretty insane. As we look into her, we're gonna dive into some of these wonderful little thingies here. So, sorry. So obviously we know her basic attacks are just normal. Like, that's not really anything to go too far in depth with. But we do have Future Self Continuity, which is the redirect skill. And as you can see, which by the way, we should zoom in a little bit, at least for y'all, because I know that y'all are not gonna read all the way down there, right? So as you can see here, we could do self-identify extension, which summons a lamb to heal the team once and grants a bonus attack based on her attack, which means that you're wanting to really go for that attack stat. That's basically, I almost said attack bonus. You want to go for that attack stat, and you want to raise it as high as you possibly can. And that's on only the press to activate. It also summons lambs to attack independently and pulls the targets within range, and each ally in the regression state deals additional damage based on her attack, or base attack. So again, if you have her attack super high, she's going to do very well, which is crazy for a support slash healer type character. Redirect skill Future Self, if you hold to activate, creates a dreamlike illusion while in combat and causes 3 allies to enter the regression state to assist in battle. Passive, fallen enemies enter the regression state while Iori is active in combat and builds up imagination when any fallen allies are in the regression state. So what exactly is the regression state? Basically, how regression works is we, it's kind of funny to think about. Your teammates turn into sheep, and when they're in the sheep state, they are invincible. They won't die, and they're going to continuously attack. And this works really well in regards to characters that are fallen. So they come back to life basically for this regression state. The only issue is that you can't switch out of Iori, but it's still something really good because, again, even though you can't switch out, you get 3 attackers that are taking on the base attack of Iori, just duking it out with the enemy. So I think that that's actually really, really good. And that goes into the fallen allies into the regression state while Iori is active and in combat, and builds up imagination when any fallen allies enter the regression state. So pretty good stuff there in general. Now, of course, we have what is the ultimate, I believe. Yes, that's the ultimate. Return to the first dream opens the gate to a dream and triggers different effects based on the amount of imagination built up. If imagination has not yet reached the required threshold, Iori opens the dream of the horned gate, continuously healing all allies. And if imagination has reached the required threshold, Iori opens the dream of the ivory gate, continuously dealing damage to enemies inside. The effect can revive up, or sorry, I skipped a little bit. During this time, press and hold the avatar icon of a character in the regression state to revive them and restore some HP. So this is your way of bringing back your allies on a consistent basis, because this is not something like Barbara from Genshin Impact where you get one free revival every 15 minutes. No, no, no. every time you have the right amount of imagination built up, if you press and hold, you're going to basically revive your fallen allies. So this is great. This is a character that you have to have solely for the revival mechanics. And now you also know that your characters are getting an attack buffs based on the attack of Iori. And not only that, but them being able to go into the regression state and attack alongside you as well is pretty bananas, in my opinion. Iori, in my opinion, has the most unique mechanic in regards to a single character in a gacha game, at least from what I've seen. I played a lot of different gacha games. So the dream continuously consumes imagination. When imagination is depleted, the dream ends and the revived characters return to the regression state. So that's the only downside, is that they revive for a little bit and you could switch to them, but once imagination's gone, they're going to go back to that regression state. While the ultimate's effect is active, imagination cannot be built up, but daydream and lucid dream can not consume imagination. We also have a small little skill upgrade, or I believe this is when they switch in. Just in time, pick up Morpheus and attacks forward, dealing 1 instance of anima damage, healing all allies, and building up imagination. So again, she's constantly healing and constantly attacking. I call these characters battle healers because they're really good about just hitting hard, but also healing your allies consistently, right? We have 2 passives. We have Mirror Image, Blossom Enhancement. 3 seconds after the current Vita Bud is generated, additionally generates 1 Vita Bud. Not Vita Blood. It's crazy. This copy will not generate another copy when it disappears and does not count towards the max Vita Bud limit. The copy blooms a total of 20 replicated Vita flowers every 0.5 seconds, and a replicated Vita flower flies toward targets in range and explodes, dealing 37.5% damage of the original Vita flower each, which is actually really, really good. I think that that's decent, like, side damage that you're getting with your characters, right? And then we have Symptomatic Nerves. When Iori provides healing, additionally grants the entire team 5% defense ignore for 20 seconds. So what I'm trying to get at is that Iori not only buffs the team, has the ability to bring them back from the dead for a limited time, has the ability to just also shoot out damage as well, and also give you that little bit of defense ignore upon awakening. I think that Iori is one of those ones that's safe to say you should be pulling for her. And she's a really great support character overall. So if you're not pulling for Iori, I don't know what the hell you're thinking, because this is probably the best unit to have on your team currently. And even though this game hasn't been out for that long, to be honest with you, it's safe to say that everybody tends to agree, because she has soared up to the top spot of the support characters, like Sakiri, right? But the difference is that I think that while Sakiri is also, you know, up there on the spectrum, if I'm looking at both of these characters side by side, I'm choosing Iori over Sakiri. That being said, of course, you know, Iori's also guaranteed when you summon for Sakiri technically. So, if you're looking for a great support character, go to Iori. A lot of people know that she's great, and I would definitely have to agree. Now, if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button down below, and let me know your thoughts on Iori as well. Would love to hear your thoughts, and yeah, that's going to be it for today, and we'll see you all in the next video. Take care, and be safe.